The Ohio and Indiana Bar Associations require we show you the addresses of the attorneys on the show, so here's the information for Ellen Ritkers. You can find her in Lebanon or at ritkers.com, and of course Don Moore and Dan Moore at the Moore Law Firm, moorelaw.com, or all that information, go to fox19.com and click on Moore Law. Now, again, today we are talking about divorce and child custody, but with Thanksgiving coming up, you thought there was some information the viewers should have.
Yeah, thank you, Deb. I thought it would be a little bit interesting or maybe helpful for people to know that this, they've got specific statistics about this coming holiday, and I don't know if it's because airline fees have gone up or what the story is exactly. However, specifically, AAA says that it is the most dangerous holiday for wrecks, that more people will be on the road this year than ever before, and that Wednesday the 21st will be the most congested day all the way around. So I thought that was something that was worthwhile to point out. I thought it was also one of the things that I've done for a long time, is been involved in investigation of automobile accidents. One of the things that I found that I do, I'm going to be on I-75 on Wednesday, right in the mess. I try and keep an eye when I'm slowing down. If I see there's a backup or a slowdown, I want to slow down the people behind me. So I'm going to slow down in advance, watching them to see what they're doing. Because if they're not going to stop, I'm going to roll into the shoulder or do something. I don't want to get hit from the rear. There are so many serious injuries caused by slowdowns on expressways and people are hit from the rear. I thought that might be a little bit helpful.
We want all these people back with us again next Monday, for sure.
Yes, that's exactly right. We need all the viewers we can get.
That's right.
Hey, there is a question I wanted to ask that we talked about a little bit earlier, Ellen. When they say who's cheating who, in domestic relations court, does it really matter?
It doesn't matter, Don, and it's the hardest thing for a person who perceives he or she's been cheated on to accept. It does matter if the other person is cheating with marital money. That matters.
So marital infidelity is no big deal, but if they're messing with the money, that counts.
That counts. And marital infidelity can get you the divorce, but it won't get you more property or less debt or more spousal support.
All right.
Okay. Let's get back to the phones now. We'll start with Patricia in Cincinnati. Your question is about grandparents' rights.
Yes.
Go right ahead.
What rights do I have in order to see my grandson without having to go through getting an attorney and all that?
You know, it's such a complicated area of the law, even for attorneys, because which court hears the case is determined by the facts of the case. For instance, if the parents are married, if they're divorced, if one of them is deceased, it is just something that you will have to consult an attorney about, and he or she can give you the state of the law. It's changed very drastically over the course of the last 10 years.
Has it changed in favor of grandparents having rights, or sort of in the other direction?
You know, I hate to use that characterization, but it is more limited now.
Okay.
So less favorable.
Okay.
So the grandparents really don't have, quote, rights, do they?
Generally, no. If there is a deceased parent, perhaps, but their rights tend to flow through the parent.
Okay.
All right, let's head now to Lynette in Cincinnati, and you have a child support question as well, or a child custody question.
A custody question, that is correct. My question for you today is, I live in Ohio and my ex-husband lives in Kentucky. My children are the ages of 17 and 15, and my children have brought it to my attention that he plans to gain joint custody in the spring, and he wants to have them 1 week where I have them the other, and he intends on using a Cincinnati address to make this occur. Are my children old enough to decide, or will the court keep the order the same as it is now?
Well, to answer your last question, we don't know what the court will do because we go back to that best interest standard. However, there's no statute in Ohio that allows the children at any age to choose the parent with whom he or she will live. However, their wishes can be considered, and it's one more equally weighted factor. So again, that's one more factor that gets the court to determining best interests.
Okay. We have time, I think, for another call or two. We have Nicole in Westwood. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning. I have a question. I've been married for 18 years and separated for 6 of those years, and I wanted to know how would I go about getting a divorce if he lives out of state.
Absolutely.
And we have no children or property to separate.
I didn't hear the last part about the children.
No
I
kids.
said
No kids.
we don't have any children or property to separate.
You will be able to obtain a divorce even if he lives out of state.
And isn't that one, now what she's just stated is probably one of the most simplest circumstances, isn't it?
That's true. Children certainly create a more complex case.
And they have no marital assets to divide, and they've been separated for a long time. So
Right.
that's kind of a piece of cake.
That's very straightforward.
Okay.
Okay. And Don, you wanted to make sure, there was something I think you wanted to ask Ellen. I wasn't sure of the question, but you wanted to be sure to get to it.
Well, that's right. We always want to do this because I think it's something that people are very interested in. What's it cost to get a divorce? How much do divorce lawyers get paid?
Generally, divorce lawyers charge by the hour for services rendered. So how much they get paid is that million-dollar question, excuse the pun, but it's generally an hourly rate. The range in the Cincinnati area can generally be from $200 to $450 per hour.
And then, like the simple thing like the lady just called us a minute ago about, are they going to put like 10 hours into that, or 20 hours, or 30 or 40?
No, far fewer hours.
Is that right?
That would be literally just a few hours, drafting, signing, and appearing in court. So it would be a very minimal fee.
So that's something she might get done for $1,000 or something, ballpark figure.
That's a good ballpark figure.
All right, good. Thank
Okay.
you.
Let's see. Let's go to Karen. Good morning, Karen. Karen, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Please go ahead.
Yes, I want to know how my daughter has a son. He's 4, and he has never really seen his dad. He has seen him for a month. He has never showed up for any other appointments with the attorney. Hamilton County dropped the case because he didn't show up within 14 days, and now Warren County has picked it up. He's 4. He does not know his biological father.
I'm going to interrupt
He
you
does
for
not
just
know
a
his
second,
dad's
Karen.
name.
Can you just sort of tell us your question? We just have about a minute left here. And so your question
I
is?
just want to know why one county drops it and the other county can pick it up.
Well, I think your question is, can he ultimately establish rights if he's been out of the child's life? Yes, he can, but it will probably be a stepped-up program or plan.
Okay. That's just about all the time we have for today. Thanks for being with us, Ellen. Love
Thank
you to
you
come
again.
back again.
I would love to.
Ellen, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Don.
And let's take a look at what we have coming up. Next week we have Slip and Fall, and then December 3rd, What to Do If You Can't Afford a Lawyer, and on December 10th, Holiday Traffic Accidents. And you better not come back telling me about one on your Thanksgiving jaunt.
I'm going to do my best.
All right. Have a good week. We'll see you back
And
here
you
on
as
Monday.
well. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. And we'll see you back here next Monday morning for more law. Have a good week.